So here's the thing, there's this an insect I like a lot. It's called the firefly. Some call it a lightning bug, and it's very playful. And I feel like what we need is a world full of lightning bugs. Because I feel like when we're in pain, we have to find the light within to be illuminated. And when we shine, we let others know where we are, and they can shine with us if they choose to. My name's Adnan, and I'm a dad, first and foremost. So I feel like when people say, who are you? It's like, okay, I want to say I'm a dad because I am a dad. And I feel like now there's no reason to not say, when someone says, who are you? I'm like, I'm Adnan, I'm a dad. Because that's like the most important thing to me, is to be a dad. So I feel like what I'm trying to do here in having come into a studio community and trying to make it or convert it or evolve it into something that resonates with me and my spirit and my soul is I'm bringing my daddy spirit, I would say. I guess I'm bringing my fatherly spirit to birthing something that I feel like my son could hang out with and smile and be okay being himself, his autistic self. You know, he has autism, and you can't really go to too many places where people wouldn't like to, watch his behaviors. But I know as a human being that what it's like to not be authentic and live behind a mask. And I've lived too many of my decades with a mask on. And so what are you doing? I'm a dad. I'm here. I'm in a yoga studio. I want this place to be more than a yoga studio. I want it to be a comfortable space, an oasis of wellness and comfort and authenticity, vulnerability. You can't get to courage until you get vulnerable. So I wasn't vulnerable until this a few years ago. And before that, my life was falling apart, and I knew that something had to change. So who am I? I'm Adnan. I'm a dad. What are you doing? I've got this place. I don't want to call it a yoga studio. I want to call it an abode, I guess you could call it, a place that is welcoming of people regardless of their background or circumstances. So who are you? I'm a dad. Play. All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna be 50 years old this year, but who gives a shit? Because I don't feel 50. I feel like I have never been as playful in my life as I have been. Forget about it. Like in the past year, I've been more playful in the past year than I have been like ever in my life. And what I mean by that is, I feel my body, I move my body, I am connected with people, I laugh and I'm happy, and it's like, I can look at kids and I can get on their level, and I love kids and I love teaching kids and I love my son and I love hugging him, I love kissing him. Like all of this stuff to me is play, is authentic play. The reason we're doing all of this is to create another community among very many different beautiful communities. Many communities like this exist everywhere. We're just creating another node of a community where this community actually is a place where you come out of isolation, you come out of anxiety, and you find connection and belonging and love. And I was listening to the news the other day because of all of these, all of the issues that are happening with the Black Lives Matter movement. And they were saying, how do you feel like protesting? What is it like for you? And you know what they said, which is amazing to me, is that it's all love. Everyone here wants the same thing. It's all peace. Everyone here is in love. This is all love. And it felt like I was actually at an ecstatic dance or at a yoga studio or at a conscious community event, because these are our people. So you know that there's a consciousness shift and people are saying enough is enough and let's spread the love. So this is our effort to do some love spreading right here. 5 or 6 years ago, I was by myself. Even though I was married and I have a beautiful son, I was still very much secluded in my head and myself. I wasn't really connected. I was only really truly connected, I feel like, to my son, but not even fully connected, because I didn't feel like I was authentically living who I am, Adnan, who I am. And instead, I was living other people's expectations. Like, okay, this, you got to do this, you got to hit the MBA, you got to go to school, you got to get married, you got to get a career, you got to get this house, you got to have this car. And all of that stuff really didn't really resonate with the authentic Adnan of who I was. And I didn't know that. And so what's really important to me now in this moment in time is the idea of connection and belonging. And I say those two words to a lot of my friends, like a lot: connection and belonging. Those are the really most important things to me. And I speak to that because from experience, I know what it was like to be disconnected and not to have a community to belong to, you see. So for me, I hope that whatever I'm involved with in the future, in the present moment, at any time, it fosters connection and belonging. You know, I feel like if we create a space where it doesn't matter what type of yoga pants you wear, but what matters is that you're willing to let your heart break open and feel the light flood in, then, you know, this is a space for you. That doesn't mean that we're only doing that. We want people to come here who want to exercise and work out, but not only exercise their body, but really exercise their mind. So the ideal situation is people come in, they get seen, they get heard, they connect, and then people walk out, or they stay after. Drink with us, have a cup of tea, talk, attend a book club, or connect with us on so many of the different workshops or events that we're hoping to do, whether it's a dance, a yoga class, conscious movement therapy, yoga therapy, whatever it is that we do. I feel like most everything, if not everything, is applicable to the wider community. We also have an LGBTQ Pride Sangha that we started, and a Rumi Poetry Circle, which we've been doing. Anyone is welcome to anything, and we don't believe in exclusion when everyone's included. You know, fireflies are like some of our favorite bugs, and we're gonna launch this studio or this community on summer solstice, and that's firefly season. So I hope that people are gonna, like, you know, join us, light yourself on fire, and fly with us. That's it. Thanks, everybody. Oh, have I told you lately that I love you?